What is going on, guys? My name is Drakesy and welcome back to the next episode of the Manchester United Career Mode. I do believe this is episode 12. I am kind of getting lost in all the recordings, but hopefully I am correct. This is episode 12. If you have not seen any of the previous episodes and this is your first time watching, be sure to go and check out the previous episodes to see who we signed and all that palaver. But without any further ado, if you have been watching, thank you very much for your support on this series. It's been fantastic. You're liking, you're commenting, you're subscribing. That's exactly what I want to see. One of the comments that I do want to bring up that was left on the last video is from a new commenter named Mikael Crossman. I do believe that's how you say your name. And he actually came in with this comment, as you can see on your screen. He actually said something that might be quite controversial and said, sell Depay and Rooney next transfer window to hopefully go and grab the German players, Herman, the German, as always, and Royce, Marco Royce from Borussia Dortmund. I do believe Herman does play for Borussia Mönchengladbach. I could be wrong, but we're going to go and see those players and add them to our transfer list as they were requested. If you have any requests, be sure to go and get them down in the comment section below as well. As you can see, this is the Premier League standings so far. We are sitting in 4th. That is a Champions League spot, but still we want to be winning the league, so it's not good enough just yet. We have only played 17 games though. Now, if you are used to playing FIFA like myself, this is kind of a different search engine kind of thing of how to search for players. It's a bit odd, you can't really search names, but you can search nationality, the country that they play in, and also their age, and that we've kind of managed to find our 2 players from that. As we can see here at near enough the top is Marco Royce, so we're going to have a click onto him. So as we can see, this is our player that we were looking for, and it is in fact Marco Royce. He's 94 rated, amazing stuff. Got some fantastic stats on here as well. He's only 27 and his value is particularly decent in real life expenditure of what he would be worth. He would probably be worth about 80 million if we were to buy him in real life, but in this he's relatively cheap. So we're going to add him to our shortlist and then move on to the next player. As we can see, our next player that we were asked to look at is Patrick Herman. As we can see, he's 90 rated at 25 years old and he's playing for Borussia Mönchengladbach, as I thought he was. His value is only 14.22 million, not too bad at all. He is younger than Marco Royce, but would he go up 4 ratings in 2 years? That's yet to be seen. We'll add him to the shortlist though. And then if you guys have any players that you want me to look at, then be sure to get it down in the comment section below as well. So as you can see, the Premier League is back. It's coming back strong as well. We've got our next match against West Ham. Our other title rivals near the top of the table, Chelsea, have got a pretty fairly easy match, should I say, sorry, against Burnley. Man City have got Middlesbrough, possibly an easy match for them. And Tottenham have got Liverpool. So out of our bigger teams and rivals near the top, it looks like Tottenham have the hardest challenge against Liverpool. The next match on top of that is also Arsenal versus Hull. Arsenal aren't far off behind us, I don't think, so looks like a pretty easy match. We've got to win against West Ham. As you can see, we are actually at the Olympic Stadium. That is in fact West Ham's ground. Their best player so far is Dimitri Payet, 91 rated. Wow, he is a particularly high rating on this game. As we can see, 16 appearances, 4 goals and 8 assists. They're decent stats, but to be honest, they're not that amazing. Andre Ayew is 90 rated, Sofiane Feghouli is 90 rated, and Cheick Kayute is also 89 rated. They've got some pretty decent players, so we've got to line up strong. So as you can see, we are at a pretty big venue. 60,000 people are in the stadium. That is a lot of people to be performing for. So West Ham are going to be on their A game, but as you can see, we're going to line up with our very well known 4-3-3 A formation. As we can see, David De Gea is making a return to the net. Fantastic goalkeeper, our highest rated on average rating out of all our players. We've shifted Chris Smalling out to the right back, Rojo's in, a completely new midfield to our last midfield, and Martial is the pinhead of our attack. So without any further ado, we're going to get this match underway. As we can see, we've kicked off. So it looks like an attack for us already from the corner of the box. Pogba with the free kick. Looks like Adrian managed to parry it, but parried it into his own net. Another attack for Manchester United. Mkhitaryan running down the wing. It looked like a header from number 10. I'm not too sure who number 10 is. So as we can see, number 10 was in fact Martial with that strong header from the cross, but sadly saved by Adrian. We're in fact at half time now. I may do a few substitutions and then get back to you when I've done them. So just quickly, I'll show you the substitution here. The sub we have in fact made is subbing off Schweinsteiger for Wayne Rooney. Schweinsteiger was sat here, but in fact we want Rooney to be pushing up and see if Rooney can get us something. So we've swapped the position of Rooney into the centre and shifted Herrera out to the right. As you can see, the second half has just got underway. Already it looks like an attack for them. Oh, Herrera coming down with probably a strong foul. It is only a yellow, so that's not too bad. We may have to sub him off though. It's an attack for Manchester United, Mata onto Martial, but sadly straight at Adrian. Martial needs to be doing better than that if he's going to be the focal point of our attack. As you can see, we're on the attack again. Mkhitaryan through to Pogba. Pogba through to Mata, and Mata with a header. Mata of all people, the little man himself, getting up there and getting a nice header. A 2-0 victory over Manchester United. Oh, it was in fact an Adrian own goal from Pogba. So yeah, he did in fact parry it into the back of his own net. But Pogba managed to get to the assist. Either way, not too bad. But as we can see, that is the match roundup. Adrian managed to score an own goal but got man of the match. I never quite understand that. Overall, total domination on our half, 55% of this possession, 15 shots and 9 on target. That is what I like to be seeing from my team. As we can see, other results from in the Premier League. Tottenham managed to win their match. Chelsea just scraped to win in their match. City actually lost against Middlesbrough, which is fantastic stuff. And Arsenal managed to creep up, still behind us, managing to just get a win in their match as well. Overall, a fantastic performance from our lads. So as you can see, the Premier League is back on. Our next match we've simulated through to the next weekend. Our next match is against Bournemouth. Just quickly, we're going to check where Bournemouth sit in the table in a minute. But looking at our opponents near the top of the table, Tottenham have got Sunderland, a particularly easy match for them. Watford did in fact win their last match. I can't remember, I think it was in fact against Sunderland their last match. They won 4-1. So Arsenal better watch out, better not mispresume that they're just going to be an absolute walkover. Watford might get a win. And as we can see, Man City have got Crystal Palace. I like Crystal Palace in this game. They've got some good players like Benteke and Zaha. And, you know, they could possibly get a win against Man City, fingers crossed. And our match is Bournemouth. So as we can see so far this season, this game has got the nice little ability to check the table, how everybody's doing. Tottenham are absolutely dominating the league, all wins in their live form, nothing problematic for them at the moment. Chelsea have had a few mishaps with the little draw maybe, but they're still going strong. City in fact lost their last match, so they dropped a few points. We're only trailing by 2 points now. As we can see, we're kind of pulling away from Arsenal in 5th. So we're not doing too bad, we could be doing better. Not had a loss in our last couple of matches either. That's 6 matches without a loss. We're back on winning form. And as you can see, our next opponents, Bournemouth, are in very, very bad relegation fighting form. They're not going to drop into the relegation zone if they lose this match, but they're very close to it. As you can see, we are in fact at home once again. I love a good home match. They've got some good players in their team. Jack Wilshere, 91 rated. Bit odd really that in this game Jack Wilshere is the same rating as Dimitri Payet. Don't really agree with that in real life, but as you can see, 18 appearances, 6 goals, 4 assists, not too bad, and they've got some decent players as well. So this is the lineup we're going for against Bournemouth, a pretty strong team, bringing Darmian back into the defence and putting Smalling back into the middle, pushing Rojo across, and we've actually took out Cereces. Got a pretty strong midfield as we can see, and we put Rooney on the wing instead of Mkhitaryan, keeping Martial in there because he had a good performance, and we always love Mata, so Mata's staying in too. So the match is underway once again. As we can see, our first highlight from the game is actually a tackle by Pogba that does look quite dirty. It is in fact only a yellow. It does mean that we might have to sub him off at half time. So as we can see, we are in fact already at half time. Nothing has gone on. Pogba has managed to pull, sadly, a yellow card. We only made one substitution at half time, that's subbing off Pogba for Herrera. Okay, so we're down to the last seconds of the game, nothing's gone on. Wayne Rooney manages to bang it in the back of the net. That's exactly what we needed in the 88th minute. Mata, our assist king, That is fantastic stuff. I didn't think we were managing to pull a win then, but luckily, in typical Manchester United fashion, at the end of the game, Rooney comes in with a banging header or volley. I can only imagine it was something amazing. As we can see, it was a fairly even match, to be fair to us, and to be fair to the opponents, Bournemouth. They shouldn't really be fighting relegation if they can hold off a team of this calibre. But Mata and Rooney, love them to bits. Arthur Borrett, once again, just the opponent's goalkeeper always seems to get man of the match against us, but I'm not worried because we had a fantastic match. As we can see, our opponents in the table, Liverpool kind of pushing it up near the top, won 4-0. Man City won 4-2. They kind of leaked in a few goals but scored quite a few. Tottenham smashing Sunderland, Arsenal smashing Watford, nothing out of the ordinary there. Next match, one of the final matches just to check up on, is going to be West Bromwich Albion against Chelsea. Sim that. Oh, now that is interesting. West Brom beating Chelsea 2-0, that kind of does play up the table. No problem right there. But we're going to simulate through, and as we can see, Pogba has gone up to a 95 rating, guys. Pogba is on par with Zlatan Ibrahimovic as the best player at our team. Pogba could be a 99 rated player. He's only 23. Pogba, 95 rated. That is insane. But as we can see, our next match will be next episode. We're going to go to the table and just check quickly. As we can see, the two above us are dropping points and we're managing to keep that consistent form. We only need one more win and for them to draw, and I believe that puts us on both 44 points. So we'll be on par. We'll be pushing up the table. This is exactly what we needed. We've had a pretty good episode this episode overall. I know that sounds a bit stupid, but as we can see, we're going to go back to here to just check out quickly an overview. And as we can see, we're doing pretty well in the league. All is good there. And as we can see, Mata, just the assist king, love him to bits. Fantastic stuff. Good stats overall. But thank you very much for watching. If you have, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next episode on this channel. See you in a bit, guys.